Now, we know that you were at the airport earlier when we took receipt of Jack Ma's donation of some very important equipment to the effort to fight the coronavirus. Let's have a look at your report, and then we'll talk a bit more.
Let me first of all thank the representative of the Chinese ambassador in Ghana, and I'll thank Ethiopia Airlines and the ambassador who is here to represent Ethiopia, and the Prime Minister for Ethiopia for facilitating this move. Our president started talking to Jack Ma about 2 weeks ago. We had indications that Jack Ma was preparing to come to support
Wednesday, the 25th day of March 2020, Ghana has just received thousands of PPEs, test kits and nose masks from the Jack Ma Foundation, as you can see, delivered by Ethiopian Airlines. And right here at the Kotoka International Airport, we see a lot of workers trying to get these shipments from the aircraft for distribution.
Let me first of all thank the representative of the Chinese ambassador in Ghana, and I'll thank Ethiopia Airlines and the ambassador who is here to represent Ethiopia, and the Prime Minister for Ethiopia for facilitating this move. Our president started talking to Jack Ma about 2 weeks ago. We had indications that Jack Ma was preparing to come to support not only Ghana, but Africa. Our president is a very good friend of Jack Ma. We were expecting this items to arrive on the 27th, but through the efforts of the Prime Minister for Ethiopia and Ethiopia Airlines, they've managed to ship in these items even earlier than the time we were expecting them. So we got short notice last night to come and receive these items on behalf of the President and the people of this country. We are very grateful to Jack Ma Foundation, to the Chinese Embassy in Ghana, Ethiopia Airlines as well. We have started receiving items that we ourselves have procured. There are some that we have ordered that to be delivered by close to the week. We expect that apart from these items that we are taking, we will take into inventory close to about 30,000 protective equipment, several quantities of masks, sanitizers. Now we have actually registered close to about 18 Ghanaian companies that are producing sanitizers in our country. So we are no more procuring sanitizers from export window. We are producing them locally. Some philanthropists and corporates in Ghana have also started doing donations to us.
The Chinese businessman Jack Ma donated some medical supply to the Ghanaian government. Actually, his company Alibaba will donate to each and every 54 African countries. Each country will have 100,000 masks, 20,000 testing kits, and 1,000 medical used protective suits, and 1,000 face shield for each African country. Today we are very happy that the goods have already arrived. Actually, the Chinese government is very much concerned about the situation here in Ghana concerning the spread of the coronavirus. Actually, right now our government already provided medical supplies to more than 100 countries. Especially right now, Europe is hit very hard right now here at present. So right now we already sent a huge amount of medical supplies and also some medical teams to some Italy, some other European countries. But right now, our focusing, our emphasis right now reverting to Africa.
I appreciate first of all Jack Ma for supplying for Africans, and also my Prime Minister have a commitment for supply for the continent on the distribution. The Prime Minister take an initiative, and I'm very glad to be here in Ghana to supply the first supply here in Ghana. They're also undergoing in different African countries before 2 days ago. So that at this critical time we are together and we have to support each other. We will overcome this pandemic COVID-19 by strengthening our effort together.
It's very much needed highly critical items that are used in fighting against the coronavirus. So we appreciate the donation of the Jack Ma Foundation and the generosity of Mr. Jack Ma for the whole of the donation, and we appreciate our Prime Minister, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed, for facilitating and coordinating the whole of the process. And as an indigenous and pioneer Pan-African airline, Ethiopian Airlines has stood together with Africans during their good and challenging times.
We've heard from the Minister of Health, who has said that immediately they're engaging the logistics team from the Ghana Army to begin distribution of these test kits and other logistics to our healthcare providers. And we expect that by Friday, as is mentioned, we are able to deliver all of these things to our health institutions to ensure that they are able to carry out their testing, their protection, and to ensure that we are able to bring this virus under control. Currently, as we speak, there appears to be a shortage of these logistics in our health facilities, especially for test kits, to enable us to do mass testing. These kits will ensure that a lot more people will be tested for us to be extra sure that nobody is left with the infection here in Ghana. Kotoka International Airport, I am Fred Smith for Joy News.
Yeah, now, Fred, it looks like a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
Do we have any detail of what exactly is contained in all of those packages?
Yes, indeed. The Deputy Chinese Ambassador, Dr. Zhu Jing, he gave the details as 100,000 face masks and 20,000 test kits. And then we had 1,000 medical protective suits. That's the PPEs. So we'd have quite a lot for our healthcare providers. And the health minister also mentioned that they are taking delivery of some more items from China. Our head of mission, Mr. Edward Boateng, is delivering some in the next few days to us.
Right. Now, Fred, while you were at the airport, you caught a glimpse of some human activity. Tell us what you saw.
Indeed, at the departures lounge, there were lots of people, white people who were traveling. I also saw some blacks as well. But I was made to understand that these are German and American nationals whose governments are evacuating them from Ghana in the wake of this coronavirus outbreak. So a lot of them were there. We were going through the formalities to leave Ghana.
Right.
No official will speak to us, but the source information indicated that they're heading back home. And we also saw some Ghanaians there, a few Ghanaians. They said that they have nationality or permanent residency in the United Kingdom, and so they are also trying to fly out to the United Kingdom. At this time, the officials were preventing them. We were told that they would not be allowed to fly. One man, for instance, who I spoke to, says he works in London and must resume work on Friday, so he must get on the flight tomorrow so he can get to his destination and go to work on Friday. But the officials are saying that, well, once we know you have roots in Ghana, you are a Ghanaian, we are not allowing you. And the reason is that from the time the president announced the restrictions, the travel restrictions, there were some Ghanaians who were already leaving the country. So when they got to their destination, the host country said, well, they are not admitting anyone also for the same reasons, coronavirus. And so they were returned. By the time they got to Ghana, the restrictions had taken effect and their flight was turned back. As we speak, we don't know where this person ever got to. Wow. So in order to avoid any of these situations, you'll be prevented from traveling.
Right. Well, as usual, every time we have you, we want to hear some tips, don't we, on how to stay safe
Yes,
out there.
indeed. Wash your hands with soap and running water.
You must be tired of repeating this by now.
I'm not
but
tired.
it's life-saving information.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'd have to use a sanitizer. You'd have to keep a distance from someone if you're having a conversation, just like we're doing in the studio.
Yep.
And you don't have to touch your face, nose, ears, and stuff like that if you've touched a surface that you don't trust. Even if you do, still wash your hands before you can touch your face. It will save us.
All right. Well, thank you. Fred Smith is the head of our health desk here at Joy News. Listen, all of you, stay safe out there.